So one of the games that me and my brother Rocky have been playing recently by quite a bit is Palworld. And if you've been essentially living under a rock for the past week, I think it's been out for a week now. Palworld is a game that has been muttered and buttered in controversy, as well as it's a game that essentially takes elements or the crafting mechanics of a game like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, mixes it with like the gun and chest loot type of elements in a game like Fortnite, and then mixes that with a game like Pokemon. And with all those games, it kind of stirs the pot and creates, boom, Palworld. And Palworld is one of the best games that I've ever played. I haven't gotten into a game like this in quite some time. And personally, for all the people who are defending Pokemon and Nintendo and sitting there attacking Palworld, Pokemon has sucked for a long time.
It's harsh, man.
If you don't think Pokemon has sucked, you haven't been playing Pokemon games as long as I have. I've been playing Pokemon games since Red and Blue dropped, and the fact that it's still so formulaic and nothing has changed outside of visually and outside of making the world a little bit more open. There's nothing that has changed when it comes to Pokemon games. They've been the same way for decades now. And the people that are complaining and attacking Palworld for essentially copying, I guess, Pokemon, they're not really copying it. They're just taking inspiration from it and making it better. Giving somebody like me that's been asking for an open world Pokemon game since I was freaking back in high school, and like Pokemon Stadium and like Pokemon Snap were the closest things that we got. It was, to me, I have no patience or love or appreciation for Game Freak at this point. I have no patience or love for Nintendo at this point when it comes to Pokemon. They destroyed the game. They made it so boring and complete, and they were so complacent, and they just have done nothing to innovate the games. And for hardcore fans, real fans, that will actually criticize games that they like, because when they get bad, you should criticize them so they can get better. To me, it's just kind of ridiculous that people who say they love Pokemon are attacking Palworld. If you love Pokemon, you would love Palworld. That's just how I see it. I don't understand the people that say, like, you can't like Palworld if you love Pokemon.
Fuck off, Wicked.
I've been playing Pokemon games again since the 90s. You're not going to tell me that you've been playing... You're either going to tell me you've been playing just as long as me, but you're not going to tell me you've been playing longer than me. That's just a fact. And honestly, the only mod that I kind of saw that was kind of like, okay, you can't really do that, is the Pokemon mod. Basically, somebody had modded the Palworld game to make it where you're playing as Ash Ketchum, and all the pals are essentially, they look like the actual versions of the Pokemon in the Pokemon games. And from that point, I was kind of like, you can't do that, that's not going to be good, you're going to get sued, so kind of just drop it. And that's exactly what they did. They dropped the mod, and they went back to the drawing board. And apparently, they released a new Pokemon mod for Palworld, and that's actually what we're going to be getting into today. So let's actually head over onto Game Rant right now, and let's check out the article involving a new mod involving Palworld and making it look like Pokemon. Alright, so here we are on Game Rant, and the headline reads, Palworld Pokemon mod is back, but with a hilarious twist. The Pokemon mod for Palworld is back after its previous takedown, this time with a comedic twist to avoid further legal troubles. So the article starts off by saying the previously removed Pokemon mod for Palworld is available once again. Though its creators have taken some comedic liberties to skirt around issues regarding its legality. Since its launch earlier this month, the new game from developer pocketpair has achieved overwhelming success and has taken the internet by storm for its unique take on the monster catching genre. Combining the Pokemon like pals with survival gameplay similar to games like Minecraft and Rust, Palworld has already seen millions of players across both its PC and Xbox versions. Now, a popular mod for the game is back with a twist. And for those who don't know, if you get Xbox Game Pass, which I think right now it's like a week trial, I don't think it's 2 weeks or a month anymore, but if you want to try out Palworld, you can get a free trial from Xbox Game Pass on your PC, and then download Palworld. So if you don't have the money to spend right now, or if you want to try out the game before you drop $30, that's something that you can do. So I recommend it. If you're not sure if you're going to like this game or not, definitely go ahead and do that. I think that's the best course of action. The article continues though, given the similarity of many of Palworld's creatures to Pokemon, it was only a matter of time before a fan created a Pokemon mod for the game. YouTuber Toasted Shoes would first debut the Palworld mod, bringing Pokemon like Torchic and Pikachu into the open world survival game. I have no idea what a Torchic is. What is a Torchic? Oh, it's an adorable little bird. Okay. Alright, let's see. We got... Alright, it's an adorable little bird. Does it evolve? Evolution. So the Torchic's evolution. Here we go. Alright, Torchic looks pretty dope. Yeah, it looks like something from Palworld.
Can you fuck off, mate?
I know. I'm gonna deliberately try to tick off Pokemon fans. Because I'm one, and I've been upset with the game for a while. Anyway, let's get back to the article here. Nintendo would also be quick to act in response to the Palworld mod, quickly issuing a DMCA takedown, which wasn't a surprise to me. Makes sense. It's the one thing I said don't do is don't mod Palworld to make it look exactly like Pokemon or you're causing issues. It says, against the video with Toasted Shoes, stating that he would wait to release the mod, intending to tread lightly. Smart. However, now, just a week later, the Pokemon mod is back with a new look. A new video shared by Toasted Shoes shows off the new version of a legally distinct Pokemon mod for Palworld, given the creature's appearance is inspired by their animal origins. Replacing Pikachu within the mod is a realistic rat with his fur tinted yellow. Given the on-the-nose name of Yellow Rat within the mod, the video also shows off more humorous Pokemon knockoffs, including Vegetative Turtle as the mod's version of Torterra, Braided Sheep replacing Wooloo, and Potted Onion in place of Oddish. The mod is available for download through Nexus Mods. While Toasted Shoes will hope the changes help the mod to avoid further legal action from the Pokemon Company, Palworld has already seen its fair share of accusations. Developer pocketpair has repeated allegations of using AI in development to Palworld. Though the claims have so far been unproven, many have also accused Palworld of plagiarism for similarities to Pokemon within its PAL designs, with the Pokemon Company reportedly investigating Palworld. As far as the AI, there's been so many tests done. People have been trying to debunk the idea that they didn't, or they did use, they want to prove essentially that they did use AI. I don't know. If it's an AI game, or if this was created with AI, it's pretty incredible. And honestly, I'm sure it would have came out by now. Somebody would have found something if it was created by AI engine. It's just how the internet works, pretty quick. So the fact that they haven't found anything as of yet, I just don't believe AI created it. Though Palworld has seen significant controversy following its launch, none of the allegations have slowed down the game's meteoric rise. I just remember back when Pokemon Red and Blue came out, and just the Pokemon craze in the 90s was something that you had to be there to completely understand it. It was unbelievable. It was like nothing else. It goes from like, hey, this is a cool, fun Nintendo game that kids love, to kids being addicted to kids needing everything Pokemon. It was unbelievable, and I was with it. I was completely with Pokemon. I remember seeing Pokemon the first movie in theaters and getting like a trading card that you got. I remember getting like the Pokeballs from Burger King back in the 90s.
This fall, the ultimate Pokemon showdown is here. Are you ready?
Only Burger King has limited edition gold-plated trading cards from Pokemon the first movie. $1.99 each with every tasty Burger King Big Kids meal you buy. Taste rules.
I remember getting all the Pokemon toys, and Digimon along with that, because Digimon toys were really dope. And then I remember getting like all the Pokemon trading cards, calling Toys R Us almost every freaking day when I was a kid, trying to sit there and ask, hey, did you get the Pokemon cards in yet? And that's like, I'm an obsessed fan of Pokemon. I love Pokemon. It's one of the first franchises that I fell in love with, and there's no rhyme or reason for me to hate on Palworld when it's everything I've been asking Pokemon to a Game Freak to do with Pokemon. They just haven't done it. So you look for alternative options, and people with the same idea or vision in my head of what Pokemon should ultimately be did it with Palworld, and you can't hate on that. You should embrace it more so, because that should force Game Freak to actually make a good Pokemon game. But people want to hate. The game has also boasted consistently massive concurrent player counts on Steam, with Palworld surpassing 2 million users playing the game's PC version. I'm kind of curious to know how long it lasts. I personally think it's going to last quite a while. I just don't see the craze dying down, especially if it continues to update and allows people to bring in mods and do some really, really cool, fun things. With pocketpair teasing more content and the game's widespread popularity, Palworld looks poised to continue its early momentum well into the future. So if you go ahead and and I'm going to include the link in the description down below, but Toasted Shoe's video kind of showing off his new version of the mod looks actually fantastic, and it definitely does. It's influenced. I think there's a difference between being influenced by art and creating your own, and then just directly ripping it off. What he's doing, this Toasted Shoes guy, I don't think is ripping off anything. I think it's just getting heavy inspiration from it and making Palworld even more fun with mods like this. It is actually great. I think it's one of the cooler things about Palworld is it is open, so there could be potentially some really, really dope mods that we can see. And who knows, this could be the next Minecraft type of game where it just blows up and it's just absolutely massive. That's how Pokemon started for Nintendo, so I don't see as to why this potentially couldn't be the same deal when it comes to Palworld. But let us know how you feeling about everything. Whether you're a fan of Palworld, whether you're a fan of Pokemon, or like me, a fan of both. I'm definitely curious to know what people think of like the mods like Toasted Shoes has made, or the game in general. What are you looking to see from something like Palworld? What are you hoping to see from something like Game Freak and Pokemon in the future? Maybe force them to make some changes and make their game actually good again. Let us know in the comments, and thank you so much for chilling with me, and we'll see you all in the next gaming sessions.
Space out of my head to the depths of the universe. It's a spell or a chance just to open up a newer curse. If I swim too far, then my head goes under. If we take it as it is, then there ain't no wonder. It's hard to imagine that just